Platinum Bridge.
Hello, hello. Oh my god, this mic is not in place. One second. E6 Firefly. I never met E6 a single person on you know, the Starfield to date. The highest one is just E2. Right? Yeah. Good day, good day. Good day. I have oh my god, Echo, that is such an old inside joke. It's from a couple years back. I have like 510 something posts. We should get there or not, we don't know. But hopefully we get there. It depends on what you think retiring means. I'm sort of retiring, but not quitting. So we'll get to that later. Let's just start getting my shit first. I think there's no more bundles in this version. For some reason, right, this version has so few bundles, it's pretty annoying. I think the total bundle adds up to like, what, 13 something K, and that's it. It's so such a small amount. I don't know what kind of life you have that quitting a game makes you feel better, but probably that does sound kind of sad. That, yeah, let's not go into that. Game is still gonna be a game, and the other things can still go on as the usual. Congratulations on getting fucked. Maybe you being fucked means that your luck will come to me instead. We'll find out. Kind of. I think, yeah, let's get to that later. Let's just get started first. Right, 77, basically whatever is left there. I wonder if we should just do gear first. I have 124 pulls, so I'm gonna archery anyway, so might as well start with gear for the time being. 57 at this point. Yeah, let's just do gear first anyway. Thank you. Getting sticks doesn't make me feel anything anymore at this point. Is it like getting some kind of 4-star drop? It's kind of funny though. Now that this animation has come around, now that we can't skip this, you know, all these streams become so much longer. If you get a character at 90, right, then you should pull more. Your average will then come down. How many sticks do I need before I hit a weapon? Oh my god, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8? No, that's 4. Did I miscalculate? I probably miscalculated. Yeah, seems like I'm gonna hit PC for this time around. Good evening. Well, it's not like we haven't even gotten our first weapon yet. That's okay. That's the first one. There's 40 something ish. It's okay. It's not too bad. Yeah, as well. I lost count already. Let's just take a break here. Let me have my beer first. 1 second. It's probably like 50 or something. I don't know. 49? Yeah, 49 is fine. It's a good thing that we don't have any new ops this version, so yeah. I mean, you can't really gacha without some booze, right? Man, getting one stick feels kind of shit though. Well, 1 in 10. 1 in 10 doesn't feel good at all. I mean, if you get 40, 40, 40, it's not the end of the world. Hello. Oh my goodness! I feel like I've gotten the same thing 3 times in a row. One piece and then it's the same piece, I think. Has anyone even gotten a 2 in 10 yet? Okay, that's one weapon now. Running low on pulls though, kind of shame. maybe 20 is all I need. I mean, that's the thing, right? Oh my god, what the heck? My CN, right? I think this version I got like what? 4 pulls on CN, that's it. And I got her already. So now I have so many pulls left for Lantern when she comes out. This is a pain, man. So I don't know why in CN, right? When you pull this, they will buy the tickets to make it 10 first, then they'll pull. But here we have to do this one at a time to clear them. And it takes so long to do one at a time now. We can just spam click and it goes away. Stick again. Oh, there's one more. Yeah, this is gonna go quite high, I think. The average is gonna be like 120 maybe. Maybe the next 10? Yeah, they need to implement the skip, right? I mean, the other games have it, right? No idea why we don't have it. Damn. Okay, the last one, they're gonna just... Maybe that's the 5D. Oh, I got the weapon. Okay, at least no extra weapon. That's okay. Right, I don't know how many that is. It's probably gonna be 130 or something. Well, that's the thing, right? Because the skip was never there in the first place, now they have to go and edit back in. But for the other games, they came with skip from the very beginning. I mean, we used to have skip using the co-op mode, right? So we never complained about it. Yeah, it's about 140, isn't it? Adding it up. The 140 is pretty shit though. Man, it ate into my crystals. I thought I could be done without eating crystals, but such is life. Okay, maybe this 5 pulls discount would give me something nice. What are these ancient Valks, man? Is Coralie even in the pool? No. Oh my god, I just realized there's literally 4 apps completely obsolete Valks. I don't know why they just don't just put Coralie in the in the banner instead. Not a good start to the day. Assuming I can get one a bit earlier. About 3 of them. 3 A ranks. Nope, she hasn't dropped yet. Oh my god, that's a lot of A ranks. I feel like my posts are just burning away in record time. Surely I'm not gonna hit 90, right? I mean, the first one should be at least, you know, set the tone for the rest of the posts. Ooh, shit. I'm burning out my pulls already. Damn. I think that's gonna be 6. Yeah, that's 70 now. Oh, is it? No, that's 60, right? No, that's 70 already, right? 20 left. Surely, right? Should be among these. I think that makes. Yeah, that's the end of it. I mean, this one isn't that bad. We had quite a break in between. Whoa! Whoa! Fine. We've already hit all 77 tickets. Actually, it's more like 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Holy shit. 7. So this is like 89 for the first one. Nice. Absolutely terrible. Was it 90? I think it was 89, isn't it? I kind of lost count already. I mean, 89, 90, what's the freaking difference anyway? Now we gotta pull more to lower the average. I mean, if it lowers to 88, it's lowering, I guess. It'd be funny if I burn through all 300 pulls only to get SS. I mean, the average per vault is about 60 plus something, 65-ish. So it is, if you take 7 of this times 9 of the previous one, it doesn't really change that much. But if you hit a bad luck, then it's fucked because you don't get the you don't get the what is it called again? S&T to patch up the bad rates. So yeah. I don't even feel anything anymore at that point. It was like, I don't know how many that was, like 70, almost 80. The old average is somewhere around 50, just over 50. Now it's 60 something now. So yeah, the average did go up. Okay, now there's one that came earlier. Now it can't just. I mean, basically they moved the S&T part to giving you more frags per vault, right? So it's not like the end of the world. Well, it's not a gold one that is relatively earlier, which is a good thing. So the average probably came down already, and we just need to go down a little bit more than that. But it's crazy though, it goes down so fast. There is A ranks after A ranks after A ranks. Yeah, we're going back up again. It's quite funny though, nothing happens for such a long time these days. Man, one per 10 is just feels like shit. Is it gonna be one? Okay, I'll get 2%, but it's nothing burger again. Okay, that's one more. Yeah, if you think about the variants, dude, you gotta stop raging, man. Don't turn my stream into a rage stream. That shit doesn't happen here. Now I'm only at SS1 though. I still need 3 more. I don't think it's happening, man. Maybe I'll get an early one this time? Nope. I mean, it's about time I get an early one now. I mean, that's the thing, right? So you have to understand that so monetization works like this, right? You raise the floor, you're gonna have to raise the ceiling as well, because they will never let you get everything for free. Once you see they made stakes like free real estate, right? Then you know the monetization is gonna change already. Honestly, it's not so bad to me, because I would rather this than put up with the 50-50 in the other games. Coin flips are way worse than this. And nothing to date can beat the garbage that is Genshin's weapon banner. Oh, we're gonna hit. At least we'll hit SS2, so it's not the end of the world. Oh my god. Is it gonna go to 80 again this time? Yep. Maybe I'll get a 2 in 10? Who knows? Well, so much for 2 in 10. Well, that's SS2 with basically nothing left. Maybe SS3 will come early? Maybe? I mean, everything converges to mean anyway, right? Nice joke. But we should just stop here forever and keep the crystal at 9999. I think the last version for sayonara, my average was 61 point something. I think this one is worse. It's probably gonna hit like 70 plus average this time around. One early. One of it. Oh my god, just Terry 3 times in a row. No miracle. Yep. No miracles. So what do I do about this, right? How much do I need to spend to get there? I will have to briefly. So the stream might like drop a little bit. Because I need to connect to, Japan. But after that, I will be back. Oh wait. Yeah. Hang on. Oh my god! I already have 372. That's bad. Okay. Let me just hide. Let me just close this. Okay, I need to hide this so that you don't watch me top up. Hey, about. Where is my honk visibility? Okay, it's gone now. Japan? No, not traveling to Japan. I need to connect to Japan for the prices, right? If you're not doing this, I don't know why you're wasting your money. So whenever I connect to the VPN, the connection is going to drop for a little bit. But once I'm in, I will then... Okay, probably next time, I should just make it so that I will log in to change the prices first. Then only I start the stream. That is a way smarter move. Am I back? Okay. I need to disconnect once more. If you compare, so I will tell you the difference between JP prices and Singapore prices. In Singapore, they charge 150 Sing dollars, but if I convert to JP, right, it's only 110. So I'm saving 30% every single transaction. So I don't know why the heck would anyone pay full price. Yeah. Because in Singapore, all your bundles above 100, you have extra tax on top of it. So I'm just like, yeah, nah, man. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay. Now I'm at JPY. Okay, you'll be only be hearing my voice around because I need to buy this thing. It's kind of shame though, because the payment method in this game, right, it doesn't actually save your payment information. So every time I have to type in my card information every fucking time. But you don't have this problem with the other two games, so yeah. It's kind of annoying having to retype this every single time. I always wonder, right? Maybe all the okay, shit, I used the wrong card. It's too many credit cards. Let me get my other card. Oops. Maybe all the revenue, right, you see from Japan actually came from all the C people connecting to Japan to top up for cheap. So that's why they get better numbers. But for all we know, it could just be us, because the revenue on the balance sheet is going to be in JPY anyway. Why would you not remember your card number though? I mean, yeah, if you type in the same thing so many times, you kind of get used to it. But topping up in this game is just so slow, man. I think every single time I charge, I have to put in my verification, all those things. I think on the the Star Rail and Genshin, right, it's pretty much saved and it's already pre-authorized on your previous purchase. So you don't get this repeated in out thing. Oh my god, it's so slow, man. Or if you choose to pay with things like Alipay, right, they use the QR code. So I think if you know how the Chinese pay their shit, right, everything is via just QR code. There's a scan. Maybe that's why they can top up so much, because they never get tired of topping up. I think for me, right, topping up is more tiring than, you know. Honestly, no. They don't have the pity for the 10 pulls, they don't have it, but the big ones like 60 for weapon, 90 for vault, they still have it. So it's not like it's the end of the world. Honestly, in a big sample, there is actually no difference between the two servers, because in the end it still doesn't make a difference. Because the 10 pulls only gives you the A ranks or whatever, not right. And over the long term, it just average out the same thing. You might get short-term volatility. Oh my god, I'm speaking like stock market lingo. But yeah, in a big sample, it actually doesn't make any difference. Oh, they updated already in Japan? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, I just did 2 big ones. We'll see where we can get them. Maybe this is enough already for all we know. Yeah. Am I at 4 million yet? Oh, not yet. Okay, it's not too bad. Mine is 3.8 now. So I basically retire before I hit 4 million. Oh, really? Third parties from India right now. Oh. Wait, that's barely any pulls, right? Shit, I should have done more. Never mind, we'll just finish up this one and see what we get. Maybe after I top up, they will be so kind to give me something earlier. Maybe. We don't know. But now that I have the Japanese prices, I can just top up very quickly anyway, so it's nothing lost. Ew. God damn. Yeah, the last one is gonna be pain, man. I'm hoping this last few ones will just get me all the way to SSS. Maybe that is just a pipe dream for all I know. Indeed it is. You know, there was this insane guy who used his Banquet card to get the Coralie weapon ahead of others. How's the luck? Absolutely garbage. Rock bottom, pristine garbage. That kind of devil. So there was this guy who spent his Banquet card to get Coralie weapon refinements earlier. It was insane, man. Like, that guy couldn't even wait for freaking 4 weeks each upgrade. He's just like, I'm gonna do it now. Truly whale mindset. I feel nothing at this point. Can't even give me a 2 intent to finish this off. Right. My last 10 pulls. Kinda will. I mean, if you think about it, right, if you pull everything, every single banner, right, you don't really have much of a reason to, you know, use the card anyway on anything else. It's time to swap again. I'll just do 2 more, I guess. It should be fine. I'm gonna have to hide this, otherwise you'll be looking at all my credit card information. maybe there's some way to hack my OBS and then you'll see it anyway. Like. Okay. I mean, you could just hold to one of them, right? You don't need to hold both of them. Though the good thing is these days, right? You don't really need that much dupes anymore. You just pull the whole set, and that's pretty much it. Luck is luck, man. Your only solution to combat bad luck is to make enough money to make luck a non-concern. That's the only solution. Lamenting about things you cannot control is just a pointless endeavor anyway. Stay hydrated. I think drinking this beer is gonna make me dehydrated even faster. Okay, we'll do 1. There's 30 pulls here. Let's see where we can get. Maybe 30 is all I need. We gotta believe. We gotta believe. Believing is is this how you get nothing? I think at the very least, right, you are not wailing in a bottomless pit where there is no pity of that sort. So it can only be as bad as you're willing to pay for the worst case. That's pretty much it. That's the fact. If you're lucky, great, you get a discount. If you're unlucky, shit. What can you do? You can't beat math anyway. I just hope this one doesn't go all the way to like 90. But I feel like it's probably gonna happen anyway. Eventually. You sure he just doesn't get all his money from extortioning people? Ha! That's funny. Yep, we are really going all the way. I swear to God, if I do one more and it's not enough, this would be really funny. I can't even... Is this enough for 30? Oh yeah, it's enough for 30. Contribution to Whale Fund. What is this currency though? Thanks, Zexy. See, they even gave you this special effect. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Congratulations. They even give you this one number there. Oh, Vietnamese dong. Ah, no wonder the number is so big. 014 555 93. Just fucking with you guys. I wonder if somebody actually thought I was gonna say out my numbers for a split second there. I mean, every dollar is a dollar. Donated to MiHoYo. Okay, 30 posts. Maybe this is the end of it. Maybe not. We don't know. If it misses right, I will literally be at 10 posts remaining. No, it's not drunk, right? Because I thought you guys would be bored watching a blank screen. I wonder if this went all the way to 500 pulls though. That would be really shit. It's actually a lot worse than the old one. I am drinking Yebisu Premium. Nice. We're going all the way, boys. Are we? Are we going all the way? We're going all the way. Woo! I'm completely out of pulse already at this point. So where do I get the last 10 pulls without charging to my credit card again? I feel like this has become a swiping stream more than a pulling stream. Spend more time watching me top up. I'm SS3 already, so it's basically the last one. Yeah, the average went out a lot. It's now in the 60s range a lot more. You know, when you deviate from the middle point, right, the variance becomes so wide you're gonna hit the other end a lot more. the old PT of out of 100 is a 50 something, right? So if it just shifts by a bit, right, it shifts a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a big one and just get it over with. It's gonna be the last one anyway. I'll just do a big one, and it is what it is. I mean, no reason to complain about it anyway. 7.5. The average did go up from the old ones. They reduced the upper limit from basically 8-9 cards to 7, but now the average goes up along with it. So in the end, I think it doesn't really change much. It's the same. If you hit a bad straight, it's gonna be shit as usual, so it doesn't change anything. Yeah, so if I take 7 pulls to get this one, right, then it's going to be it's going to be oh, that's funny. Hold on. I need to use a different card. It's kind of funny though. They gave me so much credit limit, and then they block me like 4 swipes in a row into Gacha. That is funny. Do you still get better crystals? Not for the previous one, but the upcoming one I should be able to get it. The stream will be tomorrow anyway. Right? I think it will come out tomorrow. The problem is that whenever I come back from work, the people will be like all over the thingy already. Yeah, man, only one early this time. That's crazy. This is why you have multiple credit cards. When one gets declined, you go to the other one. I don't know why they are so sensitive about all these things, and you cannot pre-authorize, so it is what it is. It's always like that anyway. It's nothing new. Okay. Time to wrap this up. Now the question is it gonna go more than 500? Because right now it's 493, right? So if it goes above 500, then yeah, we'll see. Okay. Bruh. Oh my god. Please don't drop another one. Please don't drop another one. Okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Okay, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. This is a complete reverse of what I had in CN though. Like, my CN was 4 pulls for Valk minus the... No, that's just one. It was exactly on point. 4 pulls for Valk, there was the 5 free one, and then 30 something pulls for the weapon. It was cheap as hell. So, comparatively, this one was on a whole different level. On the other spectrum of shit. But, yeah. So there you have it. The last SSS. And I got squeezed dry entirely. So yeah. Oh wow, it really went past 70, eh? The previous one was 61, so this one's 70. Divided by 2 is 65. Yeah, still in the expected range. Yeah. So I don't know how I'm gonna do a lantern gacha because going forward I'm doing the SS1 or whatever, right? Yeah, right now Thelema basically destroyed the entire meta. I mean, 9S Thelema team, right, just takes like a dozen, 2 dozen caps. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, this is the last one I'm gonna do. Going forward, I'm gonna drop what I am gonna swipe a lot more. Since essentially the expectation is for me to scale back my involvement into gacha games in general. So this also ties into the fact that I'm not really going to be playing ZZZ, but this game I will still be playing. It's probably still going to be my main game. So it's not going to change. Game I will still play it. Beta I will still stream it. Gacha I may not stream anymore because it's kind of stupid if you're going to watch me pull 3 cards and that's it. Or you're going to come in for 5 minutes. So yeah, I don't know what's the point of it. Yeah. Genshin and Starry I already cut back on my spending significantly. So I just want to be clear. I am moving on from spending on gacha. It's not because of having monetary issues. It's actually the opposite. The fact is that now, compared to just a year or 2 ago, I now make so much more. I have other things I want to spend on. Like a nice home, the stock market, cars, those kind of shit, right? But I still like the game, so I would still spend on it, but I'm happy to just scale back. And the time spent on it, I'll also be scaling back as well. So if you notice in recent times, right, I'm starting to cut back quite a bit of videos already. So that time has gone to doing a lot of different things, right? Like I have built some of my own platform to do some data analytics of the stock market, all those things, quant, blah, 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 reading, those kind of stuff. So yeah, essentially it's now the next step of my life, right? And I have turned 30 as well. So I think it's a good time to kind of like change the priorities, right? And then one thing I will mention very clearly is that when you reach a certain amount of money you make, right, the options open up a lot more. So yeah, I think it's the time for me to go out and use money to make money. But yeah, everybody will get there someday. Somebody won't. It doesn't really matter. But I've been with this game for a whole fucking 7 years, man. From 2017 until now 2024. I have ranked at the top vast majority of the time. Spent almost every single SSS. A couple of few we missed, but everything has an end someday, somewhere. So right now, what's ending essentially my time spent and the amount spent, but I'm still playing it. Unless they somehow decide to fuck up the whole freaking game, I'll probably still be around. Maybe in a couple of years, once I have my own place, everything, I'll finish buying all the shit I want to buy, then I come back and buy more anime girls. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that is essentially what the channel announcement is about. Just to give you a heads up to everybody who's here. Probably not that many here. I don't know how many people are here at the moment. That's fine. I'm not going to make a post and make it like, a melancholy. Say, oh, I'm retiring. I'm cool with that. So, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you will figure out anyway. No, let me just clarify that point. I'm still going to mount, but only the ones when I choose to play. Otherwise, I just... Oh crap, I ran out of this one. I just, don't see a need to play the ones I don't want to play. Because I used to upload every single week, right? Like MA, all 3 bosses, whether I want to play or not, I would still upload anyway. And I think that is a really... something I don't want to do anymore. Like if there are new things that come out, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna mount it, and then that's pretty much it. If I'm away, I'll be away. If I'm not around, that's okay. It kind of gets a bit tiring after you So to be honest, right, because of this YouTube thing, right, sometimes you kind of schedule your personal life around it, and it kind of bothers me quite a bit. Like, sometimes I would optimize my holidays to start from certain days where I can upload first, then I go on a week holiday so I can miss less. I didn't like that. After some time, I was like, fuck it, man. I would just rather not care about it anymore. So these kind of small things that just develop over time. Is like, okay, honestly, the one thing that really bothers me was YouTube, because YouTube has this kind of like behavior that you kind of have to pander to it. It's really annoying, and yeah. But I'm perfectly happy to play by myself, but sometimes I feel like there is some demand, and I think MiHoYo is also offering me opportunities to also show stuff from their perspective, and I get rewarded in some way or fashion for it. So it's fine. The channel will be alive. The membership will still be there. Whoever has the membership symbols, all of that, appreciate their support for all this time. I think a couple of you have that RGV snowflake still here. I think I never realized belt you have the 12-month one already. But yeah, some of you have been around for a very long time. The money that you put into the membership essentially goes to the editing software. I barely take anything from that one because the editing software also costs money to to subscribe to it. So yeah.
Weapon upgrade.
No, right? Like, for example, the beta, all those things is offered to me, and then I also get to play. Okay, probably I cannot say too much about it, but yeah. I mean, you saw the video I did for them just last year, right? It wasn't even that long ago. But not to mention, right, I think keeping up with SSS every version, this is how it works. Right? We raise the floor, you raise the ceiling as well. So the cost is going to add up more than what we had in the past. We had been alternating. So yeah, I think it's okay. To me, not spending to SSS has nothing to do with my enjoyment of playing. So if you have issues with enjoying the game based on your luck outcome, that is kind of sad to me. Do I have enough? I don't have enough. Great. Megas, you're freaking old, man. I think you're like a couple years older than me. I feel like streaming is even worse though, because streaming is something you schedule, right? And then you have to do it consistently. At least for me, I just upload whenever I want to, and that's already enough for me. I need 30 of this.
Weapon upgrade.
Okay. Right. Also, just to be clear, the uploads are not going to stop. If you're already used to it before today, then it's pretty much the same thing. You wouldn't see much changes. I just want to be clear on where this is going, where I'm at, and if someday I stop uploading, I would just let you guys know, and you would know why also. So yeah, because this channel has been up for so long, right? Actually, I don't even know why I managed to get all the way to 13k subscribers by uploading just mouthing content. Like, just tell me who else who makes mouthing content has this amount of subscription. I don't know. Well, of course, obviously a lot of it was driven by my access to beta, right? But originally I started from uploading just MA and this content anyway. No, it's still regular, but it depends on, I mean, when they rerun and it's the same thing and I'm not link anything from it, yeah, kind of whatever, man. So it's just that if I want to play something new, it typically depends on something new. When there's something new, then it feels nice to play something new. If it's not, then it's really a kind of a chore to repeat the same thing. Because it's not a bad thing, right? Because we don't lose much anyway here, and it's not that hard to score a decent amount anyway, given the average standards. So yeah. See, okay. Now to bring on the next point, right? To talk about ZZZ, given that I have played it myself. let's start about CCZ and talk about what is good about the game first, right? The good thing about the game is basically just two things to me. One is the animation is very fluid. It's actually designed for modern standards in mind, so it's very fluid. Animations are very clean, and the second thing is that the animations of the characters in general tends to be very nice. However, to me, that is where the benefits end. I will tell you what I don't like about the game, and it's really painful for me. The first thing is the character models. So, if you had seen the character models in ZZZ, it is the worst in all MiHoYo games, right? I guess they might be thinking about a trade-off between the world, the comment, everything, but the character models really does not do it for me. It's very low poly, it's very flat, the shading isn't that good, and the details are really lacking. That is the one thing I really did not like. Whenever you go into like the character dialogue, right, so they kind of like put their models in place, you will see how much better HI3 is in terms of the character models. They get better animation and character, stuff like that, but when you look at something for long term, right, it really doesn't look good. So yeah, character models is really the main killer for me. The next killer is artifacts. Artifacts is not something that should exist, right? This is why HI3 always remains my primary game, because see, right now I spend the money, I pull, I go roll my affixes for a while, then I can start playing immediately, right? That is, at least for me as a whale, right? That is how I expect games to be. If I want to spend, I spend, I go play, this is the performance I'm getting, pretty much, for the most part. I don't like the format that I paid for a character, but half of the character's strength is in something completely arbitrary, right? If I get lucky, okay, great, I'll have a nice set. If I don't get lucky, it feels like shit every single day. So, I after Genshin, after Star Rail, now there's one more. So think about it this way, right? You spent a long day at work. You come back, you just want to kick back and play some games. HI3 does that, right? You just come in, I mount some bosses, done. I can log out. If you go, now you have to go to Genshin, farm the relic, artifact, go to the Star Rail, auto the relic, then go to ZZ, play the, farm the disc again, basically the artifacts. Is this the kind of life you want to live? Yeah, so I think that artifacts, the third one is just too much for me. I'm sorry, I just had enough. It's beyond my limit of tolerance. 50-50 is not a good thing if the cost is manageable. But right now, right, the 50-50 isn't really that bad anymore, because now this new rate is not even that far off. Oh my god, look at all these pictures. Oh my god, I got so many of these, but I only got 3 of him. That is funny. So that's the second thing. So we talked about character models, we talked about artifacts. I think artifacts is very personal one. I just really hate it. You just feel like you spent your time to get nothing. It's like, okay, you maybe your farm, you get one nice piece per week. God, what the fuck? I know, I love Songshare too, so it works out perfectly for me. I don't need the male picture in my gear anyway, so whatever. Yeah. So that's the third one, which is a funny one, is the way they designed the game to work between different functions. So you want to do something with your rolling your relics, then you have to go to the shop that rolls the relics for you. If you want to upgrade your pet, which is a bamboo there, you have to go to the other shop that upgrades your bamboo, and then there is just so much things that you cannot do from a direct centralized place, and it really just wastes a lot of time. So the problem with ZZ, right, is that it's a small map, right? And then every time you leave your main base, you enter a loading screen. So you go out, teleport over to the artifact place, you do it something, and then after that, you want to go back to your base again, another loading screen. There is so much loading screen, it annoyed the shit out of me. You are in the store, you want to go to the parking lot. Great! Loading screen. Once after that, you go back into your main base, loading screen. You want to go and upgrade your your bank book. Great, let's teleport there. Another loading screen. Then loading screen back. Oh my god, there is so much loading screen. It drives me crazy. So this is part of the whole menu. It's not just that, right? So if you go into the farming aspect of it, the farming, so like in Scenario Genshin, you go to this stage, you farm how many times you want to farm, but the way ZZ structures it, right, is that you set up these templates of things you want to farm, right? So you can set how many times you want to run it, and stuff like that, right? The problem is they put this templating up front first. So you kind of have to set all these templates. Then when you move out of here, you have to change what the template has again. And that is a chore. I mean, it's a good idea that if you want to set a specific template that allows you to farm different things in one shot, that's great. But the reality is that most of the time you're just there to farm one thing and one thing only, right? So what should be put up front is you should let people farm what they want to farm first and put the template to the side for them to set when they need it. But they flipped it. They want you to set a template first and you farm from the template. So every time you want to change something, you want to go to different, you just navigate here, navigate there. Oh my god, there's just so much menuing around. So the third point, my main problem is just that there's so much menuing in the game. You menu here, loading screen there, menu here, menu there. Third thing, I really didn't like it. So these three things just don't do it for me. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna say this is not really a problem, but I feel like it's a bit too uninspired right now that every single game starts to follow the same format. So, like, it's a good thing from a business sense that you share the same kind of feature set every single game has. But as someone who played every single MiHoYo game, right, it feels really stale. You do the same thing, you expect the same outcome. It's pretty much the same thing. To me, I think the loading screen is about 2-3 seconds. I'm on an NVM anyway, so it's kind of like a 5 gig per second thing. See ya. So it's very fast for me, but yeah, it's gonna be quite troublesome for others. So yeah, I think these three things is just the most terrible. I think the other things, right, it's not a very efficient game. So you have to go and talk to a certain place in time if you want to do your errands for the day and all of those things. When I played the beta, right, honestly, the one thing I look forward the most is to go and shoot stuff and beat stuff up. That's the only point that really excites me. It is very polished, the combat is very fluid, animations are great, but everything outside that does feel kind of stale. That is my personal opinion. However, I would recommend that you go and try it. I mean, nothing wrong with trying, right? The moment you start the game, you would have hours and hours of gameplay straight. You can spend half a day on it. After spending half a day, you will know whether the game is for you or not. It's simple as that. You should try it. Anyway, it's a good game, but it no longer fits what I want in a game. And honestly, if all things considered, I don't even think it's better than HH3 Part 2. The maps are smaller, and it's actually really small, and then it just doesn't live up to my expectations, given that it's a 2024 game, and HH3 is a 2016 game. 8 years in difference. So yeah, I'm honestly not that impressed. There are good things about it, but there are a lot of things that I find I expected more. maybe Star Rail came up doing so much better than Genshin in terms of what they deliver in terms of features. Like they took the feedback, they implemented everything fresh into the game, and yeah. So yeah, if you're talking about combat, right? So ZZZ's combat is good in the sense that it tends to be more both proactive based and then also reactive based. HI3 is a game that is like 99% proactive. You determine how the fight goes. But ZZZ has this element where half of the time you also want the enemy to do things that allow you to execute even better. So in many ways of the sense, right, it is objectively a more challenging game. That is a fact. I don't think this is something that this HI3 is meant to be. It was never meant to be. Maybe it was that in the past, like during the Flame Sakitama days, but these days, initiative is on the player. But ZZ goes back to the old games. Half of it is on the target you're fighting, which is a good thing if you're looking for some of the kind of gameplay. So yeah, I think the target combat comparison is going to be with Wuthering Waves, which I'm also not going to play. In fact, I'm not going to take on any newer gacha games going forward. Star Rail is essentially a lot like HI3. That is why I kind of play a lot of MOC as well, because MOC is the same thing, right? You have a strategy you want to execute. You will then execute it and try to roll until you get a perfect outcome. You have the initiative. So that is why I end up playing a lot of MOC, because it ends up being kind of the same flavor as HI3 as well. You have the initiative. You have a set of rules and strategy you want to follow. So yeah. Genshin is kind of like my third one. It's essentially only there for kind of enjoying the story, do some events, then I can chill with the rest of the time. Star is a bit more engaged, but it's only being on MOC, but they come up with a new mode again. So you see how HSI is doing things, right? They innovate fast, they keep making changes, all those things. Now, even I didn't expect myself to play HSR that much, but it doesn't really feel that much like a turn-based game. You know that the joke, right? HSI is a turn-based game based on me. That is the joke I always find it really funny, but it's kind of the running joke of HSR, because you have so much initiative over the fight that it is not like a traditional turn-based anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much the 3 games I'm sticking with. I don't think I'm gonna pick up any new ones, but it's worth trying. It's easy. It's a good experience to have. Yeah. So yeah. I feel like we spent like quite a bit of time just talking about shit. What else is there? I just want to bring out in this stream. Yeah, unknown guy, you are exactly right. Like my way of playing HSR only has 2 kind of spectrum, right? It's either all in, no heals, balls to the walls, 0 cycle, or I just auto everything. There's nothing in between. So yeah, but so HSR I'm remaining on the E0 kind of level. It's enough already, because if you go high, then it kind of just auto everything. There's not much. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will never know what happens in the future. So essentially, this stream is just to talk about the current situation. Maybe in some time, once I buy my own place, I have so much money, I don't know what to do about it, I will come back and spend again. I don't know. Why this channel is gonna end, I don't know. But present times, this is the state that it's going to be. So yeah, but the funny thing is, right, if everyone else, due to the increased cost version by version, because it's the lower base lower ceiling, right, so the average spending across the ranking also falls, then I might end up still being on the leaderboard because of having just SS or SS1. No, the consecutive S rank is, you already know it's gonna happen, right? the shift from the shift essentially aligns with all the other games. You pull the character and you pull the weapon along with it. That's it. So they kind of standardize the system across all of the games. Right? In the end, it's the same, right? In other games, you also pull multiple weapons. You pull one is enough. You're gonna pull more, you can pull more. You pull a character. The hard PT here is the same as going to 160 over there. It's roughly the same thing. So it kind of just streamlines everything. So same thing. Raise the floor, raise the ceiling. Now raise the ceiling means people who SSS every version is gonna have to fork out more. But if you just want to do the bare minimum, it is also cheaper as well. So yeah. But my point is that if the average spending level of the entire server comes down, right? Which means that in the end oh, we don't talk about Genshin's weapon banner. We don't talk about that. That shit is garbage. And we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We talk about Star Rail, we talk about ZZZ, we talk about HH3. That's it. Genshin's weapon banner is the most toxic garbage I've ever seen. You know, I used to spend a lot of money in Genshin. I spent quite a bit. Until that one time, it was Ganyu's banner. And her first weapon, there was the time before the PT comes in, right? The first weapon essentially took me 400 pulls to get. After that one, I simply dropped my spending in Genshin vastly. It was like a 80% drop from what I expected to spend on it. Just from that one experience alone. Yeah, some of you will remember. Yeah, it was a crazy time. So yeah, that was Genshin's history. I was like, fuck it, man. Crazy. Even now with the PT, right, it's still terrible, right? I mean, 50-50 is bad enough. 75-25 is acceptable, but Genshin is 37.5%. What the fuck? 37.5%. But yeah, I understand that it's FTPK. Honestly, any of this game you don't have to spend anyway. But the numbers don't lie. It's still pretty shit. So yeah. What else? I think I've delivered everything I wanted to say today. Yeah, you know the worst part, right? The worst part is they found a way to slot the what is it called? The standard weapons inside a 50-50 banner. They thought, hey, 50-50 isn't bad enough. How can you make it worse? And somebody in the room raised their hand. They'd be like, what if we slot in the standard weapons as well? And he got promoted. That is what I think what happened in the Genshin planning team. A fixed gacha? Nah, I'm not gonna do a fix while I talk about this. I'm probably gonna roll away something nice and I didn't even notice it. Full-fledged supports? What question is that one? I probably missed that question. Do you think they're gonna go away from dedicated S characters? Yeah. So what I think, so if you look at it, it actually started some time back already. Right? We had HTR, and then we have LV. So these characters, right? Even HRB as well. They're getting more and more kits built into them that is dual purpose. So I like the direction HRC is going, is that you have these characters, right? But then based on how you position them in the team, the gameplay experience changes. I think that is actually a good thing. Right? You could have Thelema lead one, and then your whole experience changes. You change to sayonara lead, and then experience changes. So having dedicated support roles, I think is going to be a thing of the past. Everybody should do what they are supposed to do, and then be something else when they don't have to be the one who is doing the majority of the heavy lifting. But the problem then comes is that if every single character is released in this fashion, you're going to lose the value of each character also kind of quickly, right? If you think about it, in the past, right, before part 2, we used to think that support characters last the longest because they don't change that much, right? So DPS characters tend to go out of fashion first. But now they tend to release like sets of characters like trio and stuff like that, and multi-purpose characters. But the rate of characters being introduced did not change, right? So if everybody can do everything, then everybody can also do nothing. It's the same thing. So the average lifespan of each character might go down, but I would say on average it would be a bit higher. So if you think about it, at least now your DPS characters can also function as a support character. So it's not too bad. Yeah, Lampy with fire DPS. So in just 3 versions, we got SD lightning DPS, we got ice DPS, we got fire DPS in 3 versions. And it came with Haley and Coralie already in the very beginning. So it's already 5 characters in less than half a year. So yeah, it's gonna be quite quick, but we'll see. At least I think these days they don't put as much of valuable stuff in SSS anymore. Typically it would caps out around SS1. So I think that's comfortable for me. Couple $100 a month is nothing much to talk about, so that's probably okay. But for keeping up with all this, SS everybody is gonna be thousands plus every single month. Yeah. That I rather donate that money to the Wall Street these days. Although I'm still making money, but that's a running joke. Just to be clear. But the CH lasted much longer than HSK. Yeah, that's very true. Because when she becomes the core of the physical team anyway. You know how there's a lot of saying that there are a lot of people when it's kind of the same thing. A lot of times, the most generous people are the ones that don't make as much money, because a lot of times you are oblivious to what you can do, or the amount is not enough to make any substantial difference, right? Because after you spend all of it in your necessities, you don't have much left, so you tend to be more generous, right? But psychologically speaking, once you make after a certain amount, you then start to know that, all right, you have so much money, what can you do with that? You start to calculate, okay, if I use this, I can do this much, all these maths to come, you can think about all these things, the avenues that you can use them. Then being generous in spending like disposable income tends to go down. Even spending on other people also goes down. So it's more of like a psychological thing. It's where the threshold is at. It's a very interesting thing in behavioral finance. I think if you're interested, you should go and read this kind of stuff. How people change their perception based on monetary factors. But anyway, so the point is that when it's kind of like, yeah, it's fine, it's not that much anyway, but you know. But maybe it's also because I'm a fucking Chinese, right? And Chinese, our blood, right, is basically all just dollar signs in our bit. You have red blood cells, we have dollar signs everywhere. Stone history as well. Yeah, because I ramped up my involvement in the stock market a lot more in recent months, right? I have a lot of data management, analytics. I build my own platform. All those shit is being done for. So it now has become an inherent part of my life. So it does come up from time to time. But no, I'm not a financial advisor. Even though I work in finance, I'm not a financial advisor. So yeah. Anyway. But in the end, right, I would just say that to a lot of people, just don't spend more than you can afford. I feel like hopefully maybe the person is watching, probably the person who isn't watching my screen, but I know some guy who is earning quite decently, but despite that, right, guy is living pretty much paycheck to paycheck just to fund his E6, C6 tendencies. That is really, really risky way of living, though. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Of all things, so you think people are only burning money away in gacha games? No. In the other spectrum, people are burning money away gambling in the stock market. What's the difference? Right? I find it so ridiculous that what was it called, the media tends to villainize gacha games and stuff like that, right? So they're talking about all these predatory factors, they're talking about people wasting money on it. But in the other side of the universe, people are also gambling in the stock market anyway, and they lose everything. And they tend to lose even more than this. So I find it's very hypocritical to just target this. At least, right? At least. When I spend money in gacha games and get this characters or whatever, no, right? It's an enjoyable experience. Like maybe I get hurt a little bit from rolling. That goes away. In just a short while. There's no persistent pain that you feel from it. Right? And you get enjoyment out of it. So compared to the other one, where you're gambling your money away in crypto, in stock market or whatever, you lose sleep over it, your stress levels go up, you go into debt that you cannot repay, you ruin things that you have, and you could destroy your own life. But have you ever seen anyone go into depression while being high on anime goes? No. No. Never happens. Let's be real here, break a leg. Let's be real here. The stock market is rigged always. Always. Right? The only way for retail investors to make money is to not trade and not stock pick and just buy into the market. That's it. If you try to beat the market makers, you will never win. Because who are you? You are just one person in the big ass world. People have billions of dollars of investment, the smartest people in the world. What are you really? What can you do? You can get lucky one time, but if you converge to the mean, you will always lose money. That is just facts. So, yeah. I don't know why the conversation pivoted all the way to that, but you kind of see what the point I'm trying to make it. In essence, burning your money away in anime games that give you enjoyment, be it whatever it is much better than burning your money away in the stock market. If you make it big, quit. Take the money, get out. A lot of people would just make it big once, greed comes in. Oh, I got lucky once, I can do it again. Lost everything. And they double down, lost even more. Goodbye. That's it for your future. So, yeah, investment is stupid simple. If it's difficult for you, you either need to be really good, or you should not bear the burden of it. So yeah. Bottom line, happiness investment, anime games 1, stock market 0. Megas, look, your steady income has now become part of a figurine collection, right? So now that is now your main, how do I put this? I would guess right now it's like a shrine already, isn't it? Given the amount that you have. So at this point it's kind of like a shrine. You can just start. I know exactly what you're saying. So at some point that just becomes your shrine already. Like for me, right, I look at my characters here, it's the same, isn't it? You have yours in the physical form, I have mine in the digital form anyway. People say, oh, if the server goes down, you lose all your characters. Oh, fuck you, man. If you die, you lose your life as well anyway. What's the difference? So it doesn't make any difference. Alright. Okay. Man. just like my Japan trip. Yeah, man. I just saw Belt's comment earlier about Japan. I actually only went to Japan last year. Yeah, I was there for about a week or so. I was there for last year during my holidays. It's really nice. I do want to go back again. But yeah. Actually, I didn't even go to Akiba. I think I went to the more normie places. So yeah. No, it's not that late for me. I think it's only 10 something. That's pretty early. But I want to go and play Huodo anyway, given the new character and Robo Murphys and everything like that. So. Oh, you went to Comiket as well. Ah, I see, I see. So basically you went on the weird pilgrimage then, essentially. Man, I literally have no no intention to weep my way through Japan. I think I have weep enough at home. When I go out, I want to live the normie life. So, yeah, I do see the appeal though, but it's just that there's the normie half of me that needs its own time as well. I think the next place I would go is probably Korea. When the time comes. Just eat my way through Korea and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, folks. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. And maybe tomorrow there will be a stream for Lantern. I don't know what time you're gonna see it declined. So yeah, obviously it's gonna be after work anyway. After I get everything installed and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. I depends on when you see me the client, but yeah, if it comes up, I'll just start the stream tomorrow night or something. Otherwise, it'll be on Saturday to try out the new characters. Okay. All right. Alpha Plus seems like a good time to stop here. All right, cool. Thanks for coming, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hey, don't worry about it, man. I just feel like sometimes it's unwarranted. Just be calm. It's just the game, and you're just watching me lose money anyway. It should make you feel better, isn't it? Right? Right. Cool. Take care, everyone.